What's up, everybody? Welcome to this latest Funko Pop Concepts video. Of course, the focus here is on Star Wars, and Star Wars is a concept that had been highly requested, basically pretty much from the beginning of this series. You know, people said they wanted to see Star Wars. I'm kind of surprised though that I didn't receive more entries here than I actually did. But I think what it is that once people started to think about Star Wars, they realized that Funko has covered a lot. There are a lot of Star Wars pops out there, including some very minor characters and even just background characters. So yeah, I think some people may have struggled with some ideas, but I am impressed by what I did receive here, and I'm looking forward to showing this art off for you all. Now, I do want to be clear up front that this artwork is by members of the collecting community, so there's no like official Funko artwork here. Although some of this is such high quality, you would think that it's like official concepts, because some people did a really excellent job here, and I appreciate all of the artwork that you're about to see. Do be respectful of the artists in the comments as you critique, because of course when people put out artwork like this and they know it's going to be seen publicly and critiqued, that takes a certain amount of courage to do that. So again, please be respectful of the artists. Now, I do want to let you all know, of course, I'm a fan of Star Wars. I mean, I think a lot of people, obviously, are fans of Star Wars, but I'm mainly familiar with the main canon of Star Wars. I'm not too familiar with like video game characters and characters from the novels and all of that. So when it comes to pronouncing the names, I will do my best. If I mispronounce any name, it is not the end of the world, But yeah, like I said, I am going to do my best with that though. And that's enough for me jibber jabbering about that. Let's go ahead and get to the actual designs. So starting off here with some designs by Loyi B, and with the pronunciation as well, I'll do my best with the artist names here as well. You see that we have here Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars Episode 2, and I really do like that he actually has the green lightsaber and the blue lightsaber there. And I think it would be cool also. I mean, I like this pose that Loyi B went with, but also if they were kind of crossed up, like before he cut off Dooku's head, like if it was implying that, that'd be pretty cool to see as well. But yeah, I definitely like the outfit that he had on there. I thought it was a pretty cool look, for a Jedi. So yeah, that's definitely a cool pop figure there. And of course, we just had an Anakin Skywalker pop that came out, but of course there could be some other variants of him, as with other Star Wars characters. And then you also see here Darth Vader, the surgery variant, or about to be operated on, which this would give Funko the opportunity to get highly detailed with the design, which they can do. If you look at especially what comes to my mind is the dark crystal pops. As far as underappreciated pop designs go, I think dark crystal might be all the way at the top, because the detail on those is absolutely amazing. It really shows what Funko is capable of. So they could get highly detailed with a pop like this, Darth Vader when he's completely damaged, when he's about to become Darth Vader. It could be a very detailed figure. Next up here from T200, we have Cad Bane in disguise. And I do like the look of this. I just like the look of Cad Bane in general. I thought that was a very cool pop figure that came out last year. I think it was one of the better looking Star Wars pops that came out, a pretty cool one. So yeah, Cad Bane in disguise here. Of course, I don't completely get the reference, but I do like the look of this. And something here that is interesting is that it seems like T200 is implying that the helmet could possibly come off. I think that is a cool idea. Obviously, Funko was playing around with that. They did that with two pops recently, that have a part that couldn't be removed. So you all let me know what you think about that. Would you like to see some characters that have helmets with a removable helmet, on a pop figure? What do you think about that? Or do you think they should just stick to, straight up variants where the helmet does not remove? So yeah, definitely let me know what you think about that. Moving on here, Renato sent in two designs. One is Darth Plagueis, I believe is how you say the name. I always like Star Wars names when it's obvious where the name comes from, Plagueis as in plague, basically. So I really do like that. The character, I'm not familiar with the character, but very cool design to the character. So I know this could be a highly detailed pop figure. I just hope that if they ever did this character, that they really could do him justice, because like I said, very cool detail. I like also how Renato has like the lightning effect around the hand, which is something that Funko has been doing lately. I think it looks pretty cool. I hope they keep playing around with that, like, these simulated effects basically with the moles and all of that. I really do like it. And then we have here Darth Revan, which Darth Revan seems to be a very popular character. Now, Renato did Darth Revan with the hood down. But I mainly saw images of Darth Revan with the hood up. I guess there could be two different versions of it if they were to do a pop figure. But again, yeah, Darth Revan seems to be very popular. And again, two lightsabers, which I just like the look of that. I'm kind of a sucker for that when it comes to Star Wars characters. Next up here from Walmart, we have three different designs. The first one is Obi-Wan with the high ground. And I really do like that. The prequel movies, not the greatest, but I think over time people are starting to appreciate them more, especially since some people are not happy with the recent run of movies. And then also, the prequels, they did have some highlights and they did have some classic lines, basically. And I think this is one of the more classic lines, even though it's a bit silly, but, still Obi-Wan saying, "I have the high ground." It's just a classic moment when it comes down to it. So absolutely, that would be cool to see captured as basically, it could be a movie moment. They could even, basically do a combination where you have Obi-Wan with the high ground and maybe Anakin, standing lower. That would be an awesome movie moment. So I definitely like that idea. Then we have here Darth Maul, based off of the Clone Wars. And of course, Darth Maul is a very flexible character that could have different designs going on. There's already like 2 or 3 Darth Maul pops that exist, and I think they all look impressive. Yeah, there's at least 3, could be more. But yeah, they all look impressive, that I've seen so far. And then one of the biggest memes related to Star Wars in recent history is the whole Ben Swolo thing, Kylo Ren with his top off, which was such a weird moment in that movie. I was like, where did that come from? It really was a weird moment. It was weirder, I think, than the milk moment in the movie. And if you've seen the movie The Last Jedi, you know what I'm referring to. I think this was even more uncomfortable than that. So yeah, it was definitely a big meme. And I think this is something that they need to start doing with Star Wars, is just doing things that are more fun, not always things that are serious and, strictly from the canon. Have a little bit of fun with Star Wars as well. And these designs by Tanny Protagonist really support that idea of having fun with Star Wars. Do some of the parody things here. So you see here Cookie Monster as Chewbacca, which is awesome. I love the look of that. That is a really cool idea. And I know, like I said, a lot of properties have done Star Wars parodies. So absolutely, that would be cool to see. You see here from Phineas and Ferb, we have Agent P as a rebel spy. Again, great design. And I also like the idea here of Daniel Craig, his cameo that he had from The Force Awakens, and again, having him with the helmet off, again, cool idea, maybe possibly with a removable helmet. So again, like I said, I really think they should start to have more fun with the Star Wars franchise, do some of these silly things, as long, of course, as, Disney will allow it. And hopefully Disney would allow that. Also here, now nobody sent in these designs, but again, they could have crossover between Star Wars and Disney characters, like a Stormtrooper Mickey Mouse, which I feel like I've seen a custom of that before. To me, it would be a cool design, and it's easy money, to do things like that. So yeah, hopefully they will start to have more fun with the Star Wars license. Next up here, we have from Travis No Ventress, I believe is how you say the name here. Again, a character I'm not familiar with. I assume this character maybe is from a game, possibly. But again, those dual lightsabers, which I'm definitely a big fan of. And also this character, I like the, I don't know if it's like facial tattoos or if it's supposed to be something natural for the character. Whatever it is, I like those designs on the character's face and everything. Looks very cool. The outfit, again, these Star Wars outfits, they just really look cool. I mean, they really stand out. I like how flexible they are, how the characters can have all these different looks as well, because this is another character I was not familiar with. When I was looking up images, I saw some very cool designs for this character. So again, I just like that, how flexible they are and that they can have these different variants. Next up, we have the Loft Cat by Atlas Funko, which is, I think, this might have been the first piece that I received for this video, and it definitely has that cute factor. This is a character from Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, and just on the strength of being such a cute character, I think this would be an easy sell. Star Wars Rebels, I'm definitely not familiar with, but I have seen some of the characters here and there, and I know that Funko has some pops based off of Star Wars Rebels, so who knows, maybe they could do some more based off of that series in the future. Now, this one here by Sixella MK is sad, but it's also beautiful. Padme, basically the way that she was prepared for her funeral. Again, it's a very sad looking figure, but also very beautiful at the same time. And I think it could be very intricate. And I also like, there's just the idea of a figure that would be laying down, you know, like I don't even know what you would call it, but basically what she was laid across, and maybe, you know, with some flowers around her and everything. It could be very beautiful, and it's something very unique as well. So again, I hope that, you know, with the Star Wars designs moving ahead, that they, you know, they keep doing things that are more interesting in this way, not always just the standard pop, you know, just a character standing still, basically. You know, this to me, again, is a very cool idea. And then here from Backstage Inc., and I'm glad that Backstage Inc. was able to contribute to this video, because she is one of the artists that really helped to kick off this series. And she has here the character Shock T, which I recognize, and again, you know, forgive me if I mispronounce the character's name, but I recognize this character right away from Attack of the Clones. You know, I know she had a presence within that, and then she went on to a series as well, or maybe more than one series. But yeah, I definitely like the design of the character. This would be a very cool pop, you know, very cool to see. And I feel like as far as characters from her race are concerned, I feel like there's another character that's popular. I'm sure somebody's already calling it out, you know, down in the comments. Yeah, that there's another character of her race that already has a pop figure. But yeah, she's very cool and definitely deserving of a pop figure. And again, you know, Backstage Inc., thank you for contributing, and make sure you all check her out on Instagram. So that is going to do it for the designs that are not a part of the contest. Remember, we still have the contest coming up here as well, but I definitely want to thank all of the artists that have contributed, you know, including the people that contributed for the contest as well. And I'm going to get to the details about the contest here in just a second, but first I want to let you all know the theme for the next Funko Pop Concepts video, and the theme is going to be famous or infamous couples. Now, obviously, we have Valentine's Day on the way, so that got me thinking about doing something somewhat related to it, and I didn't want to do like love necessarily or whatever, you know. So yeah, again, famous or infamous couples, and you know, for the artists, you can take that however you want to. You see, I have a couple of examples here, but I was just thinking, you know, Funko is and I know it's intentional because Valentine's is on the way. Very recently, they've had the Romeo and Juliet pops, they've had the Titanic pops, they even had George and Wheezy, you know. They have all these Disney couples together and everything. So obviously, you know, they're thinking about the holiday and releasing those you know, figures around this time intentionally. So yeah, I just think it's cool, you know, to see the 2-packs, especially. I like to see the 2-packs of characters together. So again, that is the focus for the next one, famous or infamous couples. And I would like to actually have this next video ready to go by Valentine's. You know, I think that would make a lot of sense, obviously. So if you want to be a part of this, make sure that you email your design to me, fmfunkonews@gmail.com. Of course, the email is always down in the description if you forget it. Make sure that you email your designs to me as soon as possible. And like I said, I really would like to have this together before Valentine's, or in time for Valentine's. So as far as the contest is concerned, you know, all the rest of the concepts that you're going to see here are part of the contest, and I'm not going to have any narration over it. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to let you see them because I don't want to affect your voting in any way. So you're only going to see the name of the character and the age of the artist. Of course, this is you know, anonymous. You know, I don't want you to know the artist name. I want to keep it fair in that way. So again, you're not going to see the artist name. This is anonymous. You'll just see the character's name and the age of the artist. I think that's important to keep the age in mind because, you know, a younger artist that pulls off something that's pretty impressive, you know, it's something you got to give credit to. Now, I do want you to vote for your favorite concept in the comments by stating the character's name, and be careful about the spelling because basically I'm going to be searching character by character, and if you misspell the name, then I can't count your vote. So be very careful with the spelling of the character's name. Only vote one time. If you vote more than once, then neither one of your votes is going to count. Make sure you just vote one time. And the voting is going to go until the weekend. That could be Friday, it could be Saturday. It basically just depends on how my schedule ends up being. But I'm going to let the voting run to the weekend, and then I'm pretty much going to cut it off. And once the voting ends, I will try to update that, you know, in the description of the video or even on the title of the video. I'll let you all know about that. But basically, you have until the weekend from the time that this video goes up to get your vote in. And artists who contributed, I hope you're listening, do not attempt to point out your concept. Remember, this is anonymous. If you point out what piece of artwork is yours, then I'm going to have to disqualify you. You won't have a chance with this. So again, do not let it be known what piece of artwork is yours, and no campaigning. You know, I don't want to see all of a sudden a bunch of people voting that I've never seen on my channel before. I'll know something's not right about that. So no campaigning, please keep it fair, for everybody. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you all, having some fun with the voting. Again, like I said, it takes some courage for the artists to share their work. So please be respectful of that as you critique their work in the comments. And if you're going to vote and then say some things about the other artwork, just make sure you get your vote up front so I can see that pretty easily. Please make it easy for me as far as the voting is concerned. But again, thank you all, to all the artists. Thanks to all of you for taking the time to check out this video. I'm going to go ahead and get quiet now and let you all check out the contest entries.